No programa de hoje, Tracy Cortez fala sobre as tragédias pessoais que ajudaram a forjar a sua carreira na luta. Krause explica como equilibra a vida de lutador com a de treinador. E acompanhamos o analista do UFC Din Thomas em sua chegada a Las Vegas para o UFC 264. Olá e bem-vindos ao Conexão UFC. Tracy Cortez enfrentou uma quantidade significativa de adversidades quando era mais jovem. A trágica perda de seu irmão e de sua mãe destruiu sua família e quase comprometeu uma carreira promissora. Contudo, Tracy transformou o sofrimento em motivação e dedicou sua vida a cumprir o legado de seus entes perdidos, obtendo sucesso no mais alto nível do MMA. Tracy fala sobre sua jornada no quadro Origens.
I grew up in Phoenix, Arizona, born and raised. Growing up, I had a beautiful childhood. My mom worked from 5 to 5. She was an immigrant. She became a citizen, worked for the city of Phoenix. My dad was a truck driver, and my dad was never home. When he was around, he was very loving. But my dad was very, I'm the man of the house. You do what I say. And he expected me as a female to be the one that stayed home, no sports, clean the house, but I had 3 brothers. And being raised with all boys, I was such a tomboy where I wanted to do everything that they were doing. My brothers would be at wrestling practice and I'd be like, hey, can I join? Like, I just wanted to get out. And then I'll go and my brothers would be like, you're a girl, you shouldn't be here. Because it wasn't known. For a female to be in the sport, in any combat sport, it wasn't known. At a young age, just being on the mat, watching them, I was learning. But I wasn't allowed to do anything. I didn't understand that. Why can't I do sports? Because I said so. That was their answer. Porque yo dije que no. My brother, Jose, was the leader of all of us. My brothers never really accepted me in between them, but, you know, Jose always treated me with love, so we were really close. Jose got diagnosed with cancer. I was really young. I was just not even a teenager. I was still a kid. Jose was like the tree trunk of the family. You know, he was what kept us together. And when he passed away, it's like we all just fell apart. My way of coping with things was I started hanging around with the wrong crowd. I remember being in 6th grade and ditching school and abusing drugs and stuff. I was partying a lot, drinking a lot. With the things that I was doing, I could have died, 110%. My dad kicked me out right before I turned 17. When my dad kicked me out, my entire family disowned me. And growing up and my dad telling me, there's no friends, there's no this, there's only family, there's us. And having them disown me the way they did, it crushed me. My mom was the only one that stayed in touch. There wasn't a day that I didn't hear from her. She made sure, like, hey, you're still loved, you're not alone. Because I felt very alone. And she was there for me. You know, she was everything I needed at the time. My mom came to me one time, and she was just crying. She was like, Jose was fighting for his life, and you're killing your life. I was settling for average. That's when I really started changing my life around. I always wanted to wrestle. You know, I would tell myself, I'm gonna be in the UFC. Did I believe it? No. But I would tell myself that. I've always been someone that if you tell me not to do something, I'm gonna go do it. I know that's why me and my dad just never got along for that reason. You know, you can't wrestle. Oh, yeah, watch me go jump in that mat.
Yep. That was better.
This side, you know?
I was running straight, but he wants in stance, angle.
My mom, for a while, was having issues with her throat. She was with me one day at the gym. She wanted to go see me train. I didn't tell her, but she was looking very skinny. She wasn't eating. And I remember being like, Mom, that's not normal. Can I take you to the hospital? They said, hey, we're gonna do some scans on you. We need you to lay down, because she was sitting up. They laid her down, and she started suffocating. She couldn't breathe. And then she fell into a coma. After that, I just never left her side. Finally, early August, they tell us she has thyroid cancer, and they pretty much told me, like, there's no chance for her. August 28th of 2015, her heart just stopped. After my mom passed away, life was still hard, very hard. I stopped training and fighting for about a year. Because for me, it's like the person that supported me the most and that believed in me more than I believed in myself. I don't have that no more. And I remember when Jose passed away, I had this regret in me because I didn't want to be there. I didn't want to see what was going on. And to this day, that just haunts me. I got tattoos, Jose and my mom. Just seeing them whenever I want is a reminder, you know, that I already went through the worst part of my life. Training, fighting, helped me out so much. September of 2017, I made my debut for Invicta.
Arizona's Tracy Cortez ready to put on the pressure.
I lost. I lost my pro debut. And I should have won. But that loss made me realize, okay, if I'm gonna do this, I have to give it my all. I can't half-ass it.
Coming out aggressive early in round number 2. Cortez definitely showing that fighting spirit.
Tracy Cortez!
Tracy Cortez getting the nod.
Who I was, very insecure. I didn't even believe in myself, if I was being honest.
One more.
And if it weren't for the people around me guiding me and helping me and just digging it in my brain, like, you are an amazing athlete, I don't think I'll be where I am right now.
I've been working with Tracy from her first pro fight till today. Don't stay there, turn the corner. That's what I want you guys getting on is we're here and we're coming up on that back right there. Tracy's fighting for herself, but this is a continuation of her brother's legacy, of her mother. I mean, Tracy's fighting with ghosts on the inside. That was it. That, he looked like, whoa. That he should have felt lighter that time. Tracy was always tough, but she's come so far from, you know, when I met her till now, it's unreal. I mean, it's world class now. She's as talented as they come. She's as athletic as they come. She's as driven as they come. She can do anything. The title is hers. She just doesn't have it yet.
One day, my coach called me and said, hey, Tracy, you're on the Contender Series. While going through life, I was still trying to get this done. Like, all right, this is my shot.
25-year-old Tracy Cortez. She is chasing a UFC dream, not only for herself, but for her late brother, Jose, and her mom.
My sympathy for her, which can't allow that to enter her mind space too much, otherwise she might be too emotional and she's gonna lose the fight.
I went in there and everyone thought I was gonna lose.
When they first walked out, they started to square off. You know, you got this girl that looks like Joanna Jędrzejczyk, and she starts lighting Tracy Cortez up.
Hard left.
And I'm like, oh, God, she's going to walk over this girl. This is going to be a really one-sided fight.
And I proved everybody wrong.
I was right, but with the wrong person. It was a one-sided fight the other way.
Nice work by Cortez.
Cortez just dominating.
Oh, absolutely. Excellent performance by Cortez.
Tracy, come on over here. You're in.
Tracy Cortez, congrats.
I kind of just, oh my God. And you see me, I was just like, oh my God, and I just go.
I know your mom, Gloria, never got to watch you have a professional fight. What's it feel like to know how proud she is of you right now?
That's why I do what I do. I just want to make my mom and my brother proud, you know?
I was like, this is a new chapter. Like, this is a new journey. Things are only gonna move up from here.
Welcome back, Tracy Cortez. She's certainly a bright prospect that came off of Dana White's Contender Series.
She's done very well in the octagon, but she's undefeated so far. Cortez on top, landing heavy shots.
I think the struggle behind a fighter really defines who we are, and no one has had my struggle. But everything happens for a reason. Regardless of what life throws at us, we can get through anything.
Mesmo sendo um lutador ativo no UFC, o peso meio-médio James Krause assumiu também o papel de treinador. Com o recente sucesso de seu grupo de jovens lutadores da Glória MMA, ele manteve o foco em seu papel de treinador principal. No entanto, Krause ainda pretende lutar e não descarta um retorno ao octógono no futuro. Fomos até a academia para acompanhar a rotina de James Krause no Foco de Lutador.
The fight game to me is everything.
James Krause!
Pretty much any type of success that I've ever had in my adult life has come from MMA.
One of the most underrated fighters in the welterweight division.
It started off like that for me competing.
And there's a head kick from Krause.
And then it's allowed me to help others accomplish their dreams.
Swinging on the way out.
Oh, yes.
Another one. That's Gina Mazzani.
Julian, the Cuban.
Man, look at the connection with his corner at Glory MMA and Fitness.
I've always known that I wanted to segue into coaching. I just didn't think it would happen while I was still fighting.
Reset. Hustle back for me, guys. Hustle back for me. If Jeff starts to pressure me, like I gotta get my lead hand going. I gotta get my lead hand going. He can't just kill my space. I gotta get lead hand going. If you got archers on the castle, you don't wait for him to get to the door before you start shooting. All right? Ready, go.
It was kind of weird how I got into being a fighter. I had a friend that asked me to come try it out. I think I took my first fight 2 weeks after I started training, which today is unheard of. I fell in love with the sport. I never really left. It's like I've been competing for 15 years. I have probably 70 fights, pro and amateur. I started in Tough in 2012. I fought to get in the house, lost to get in there. You know, it was a heartbreaker for me. That I thought that was my moment. I went through the regional scene, you know, worked my way back through the RFAs and the Titans, and then eventually worked my way through a debut in the UFC.
Here we go. James Krause, the newcomer.
Fought Sam Stout in Canada, and at the time, Sam Stout was one of the top guys. Everything, all my sacrifice, all my hard work had came to a point. I feel like that was kind of, you know, where I really got to show my skills to everybody. Like, hey, guys, this is what I can do.
Oh, big knee. Stops in trouble.
It was one of those nights where I just feel like it wouldn't have mattered who was in front of me. Like, that was my night to shine.
Wicked kick. And it's all over.
You know, and it proved, not just to everybody else, but also to myself, that I was on the right track the whole time.
Krause, super technical fighter, both in stand-up and on the ground. Very, very intelligent. And there's another one. This clean technique, too, with his striking.
Oh, James Krause.
Beautiful head kick. Oh, there's a nice right hand by Krause.
Oh, knee. Feet or right hand, knocks him on ice.
Beautiful job.
James Krause.
I'm still competing in the UFC, but I also split time being a head coach and really taking people, elevating them to a new level or building them from scratch.
Hey, switch out to the body sometimes. It's gonna be hard to hit to the head. Switch to the body. There we go.
I think it started out as helping people, and now it's just evolved to, a formal coaching role.
Let's just try to just really hit that and then reset. Like, boom, I'm throwing that and just resetting.
I started being strict with the schedule. I started, really cracking down on these guys. And when I started doing that, we started seeing big results, and it was just, I think just the structure and the discipline is what really was huge for us.
1, 2, 3.
One thing about James is I know he's never gonna ask me to do something that he hasn't done before, wouldn't do again, or isn't in the process of doing himself.
Look at me. I don't know how to score. You can't take him down. You gotta try to knock him out.
It's not just me telling people what to do. Like, I do everything these guys do as well. I've experienced this, not just whenever I'm competing, but sometimes I'm in the room next to them doing it.
James Krause is constantly training other fighters, constantly training himself.
He's one of the only coaches that's still an active fighter, and if he got called for a 2-week fight, if he thought it was a good fight, he could take it.
You found out about the fight yesterday, you stepped in.
He's kind of like an all or nothing kind of person. He puts everything into it, and he's not just a coach. I mean, he has a family, he has a wife, he has kids. And how he balances it with everything else is just very impressive. Like, I don't know when he sleeps, but he just really does it all.
What's the duck say? If I take a look back on my fighting career, I've achieved everything that I've ever set out to do. If I had never fought again today, I'd be extremely happy with my career. I never had goals to be a champion or anything like that. I wanted to make myself financially free and compete and do what I love every day, and I get to do that. It's kind of this sick moment where after you see somebody have an awesome win, there's a rawness or a realness that you get to connect with that person before anybody else.
Good job. That's how you do that. That's how you finish strong.
And even if it's just 30 seconds, you see inside of that person's soul, win or loss. There's something about that I really enjoy being a part of. And I like to compete and I want to win.
It's really nice to see him care so much, not just about his own career, but about our careers and about the career of the gym.
And immediately over to celebrate with James Krause.
What you see inside the octagon and inside the practice room is what you get in everything that he does.
I promise you, Jordan, he's ready to break. You give him a reason to break, he's going to. Do you understand me?
Yes, sir. He's got a whole team of guys that are in the UFC, and he's built those guys, and not only that, now guys are moving from other places to come here to train with him.
Oh, my goodness. Look how happy James Krause is.
I want to have a world champion. I want to have a great, respected team. Hey, man, if you're coming from glory, you got a tough fight ahead of you.
You guys, to see the kicks in.
And I feel like if you're surrounded by 35 people that all want the same thing, those 35 people are all gonna push you to be better every day. And I think that's just the culture that we've created in this room. You don't fight one of us, you fight all of us.
1, 2, 3, fight!
Em 2021, a famosa personalidade do MMA, Din Thomas, acrescentou analista do UFC à sua lista de feitos, ao ser anunciado como o mais novo membro da equipe de transmissão. Din foi a Las Vegas para participar do maior evento do ano, o UFC 264, e nos convidou para acompanhar com exclusividade a sua atarifada programação na Semana da Luta. Esse é o Bastidores do UFC.
And I am here. This is Fight Week. Conor McGregor, Dustin Poirier 3, and I'm going to tear it up, and y'all going to come with me. You know, I've been coming out to Vegas since 2001. In fact, here's some trivia for you. I was the very first UFC fight in Vegas. Me versus Fabiano Iha, September 28, 2001. So now my role that I'm wearing is commentator, personality, analyst. So I'm having a good time just talking about the game, because I ain't trying to do it no more. I mean, look at me. You ain't gonna see me get out there no more. I'm never coming out of retirement. I'm still coaching a little bit. So I am on my way to Extreme Couture, and I'm gonna catch up with my old pal, Eric Nixick, hopefully show a couple techniques and give something back to all the fighters.
Din Thomas is always reaching out to me, checking in, seeing how I'm doing, seeing how the team's doing, how's the family going. So it's always nice to have a guy like Din Thomas and his personality, depth of knowledge, great fight IQ, and he's just ultimately a good guy.
Guys, Din Thomas, he's gonna show a few things real quick.
Just kind of want to piggyback off that technique that you guys were doing earlier. I've been doing this game for like 25 years, and I want to make sure that all the knowledge I've acquired, that I give it back. When we hit them, we want to get them off balance. Yeah, exactly. All right, time. What do y'all clap? Is that how we do this? 1, 2, 3. Just got done with Extreme Couture. Big day coming up tomorrow. I'm gonna go relax, I'm gonna chill out, and y'all can't come in here, so y'all need to bounce. Peace!
We are live from Las Vegas, Nevada. It is International Fight Week, UFC 264, Poirier, McGregor 3, and I'm going Poirier in this. All right, so what do you got?
I got Poirier in the third.
Fair enough. The over-under is 1.5 rounds.
Is it?
Which I think may be a little low. I don't think this one finishes a third. Whoa. We'll see you next time for the Lover and the Fighter podcast.
I just finished the radio show. Now it's time for me to get a haircut because I look like a chia pet.
Din,
yeah. I'm at the Immortal Craft. My man EJ, one of Las Vegas's finest, is about to hook me up. I needed a fresh cut for this weekend. Yeah, the barbershop is a place to be too, you know? It's like the neutral territory. Yeah. Oh, park, last thing. Oh, you got a park, yeah, park. Thank you, man. Appreciate it, man. EJ, I'm gonna be seeing you. Yes, sir. I got a really busy morning. I got the weigh-in show, and then I got the media scrum. I don't know where I'm going. Taking on to that role, coach, analyst, that's fun for me. I'm just so blessed to still be a part of the game.
But just a little bit, because he's already like, gorgeous. I mean, right here, beautiful. I love working with Din Thomas. He's fun, he's energetic. Dude's got a new part, knocked off 20 years. I mean, the energy that he has on the broadcast has really elevated that role.
Man, I told y'all I was sexy.
This is the weigh-in show. We are getting you ready for Poirier McGregor 3. So, Dean, it's interesting to see Poirier get into that verbal war of words against Conor McGregor.
Going into a fight after knocking him out, could you imagine how comfortable he's going to be? Yeah.
We have Conor's whiskey, proper 12, and Poirier's hot sauce.
In honor of Conor and Dustin, take your shot in 3, 2, 1. Go, guys. Oh, Sanko!
For Dean, DC, Sanko, I'm Dan, and RJ in the house. Thanks for watching, buddy.
Hello, everyone.
How much of what we saw in January is a blueprint for what we're going to see on Saturday?
We're going to see the real Conor and the real Dustin come out. I think we're going to see takedowns. I think we're going to see a fight. If it does become a dog fight, that certainly favors Dustin. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate you.
Tomorrow is what this is all about. Poirier, McGregor, the trilogy. Man, we're going to have a good time. Today is the big day. I'm about to go in there and show y'all how it's done.
It's Din Thomas with that fresh fade. See that? The haircut looks great, man. I mean, he needs to get that haircut like that like every 2 weeks. I mean, he looks ready for prime time.
God damn. Wow.
There's just something undeniably infectious about Din Thomas. Thankful that my good friend is now a part of my broadcast.
Being a part of the fight game for so long, I've fought, coached, I've managed. This time, I'm a broadcaster, personality. That's kind of a big role, but that's how I love it. And you couldn't get a better seat in the house.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live!
Yo, this place is absolutely rocking. We are now on the main card, and it's about to start now. Sean O'Malley's about to fight right now. I gotta go back to work.
Sean O'Malley, Chris Mutino.
Oh, he cracked him. Mutino is swinging, though.
Martino was supposed to lose, but nobody told him that. He came out here to win.
These dudes going at it.
That is it. Sean O'Malley gets the finish.
Our co-main event between Gilbert Burns and Stephen Thompson. Coach Din Thomas, you got a hot mic. What do you have?
Wonder Boy has to worry about that takedown. He's just got to keep going forward. He can fake the takedowns and come up with punches.
There it is. That's that step, right?
Oh, big ground strikes late from Durinho.
Gilbert Durinho Burns has just preserved his #2 ranking. What a performance.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening.
Oh, man.
Here we go.
There's nothing like Las Vegas for a UFC main event, man. Nothing.
All right, gentlemen, we've been on the rules. Let's do it.
Oh! McGregor covers up towards the end of the round. You gotta be kidding me.
That's going to be the end of the fight. Dustin Poirier is going to win this fight and thereby this trilogy by TKO tonight.
It's the finish that we didn't expect, but I think that was going Dustin's way anyway. We had a crazy week. It was fun. It was a crazy ending, but what can you expect in MMA? Crazy endings.
E chegamos ao fim desse episódio. Entre em contato com a gente e compartilhe sua opinião online usando a hashtag Conexão UFC. Até a próxima!